live. Actually, we had everything prepped, and then my brother was like, "Hey, let's go grab dinner," and so we actually were going to do this earlier. So, but it's kind of two things. We also wanted to show you two batches of it, so that way you guys can kind of get an idea about um,
How
the
it
quantity it
reduces.
makes, but
Or it reduces?
the amount it reduces. Does that make sense? So it starts off with like 10 cups of liquids, but then it gets all the way down. Did you take anything out of this?
Everything's half of that.
Oh, so you started with five,
Yep,
five
that's
cups.
five.
So we started out with like five instead of 10 cups, 5 cups, and so whatever the recipe is, we only made half of it. But it usually when we make it, we kind of just tell you guys, hey, it's got to reduce down. We got to reduce down. So this time we thought, well, we'll show you. So we made a batch in the earlier, like around noon, and then allowed it to reduce. And then once it was reducing,
About 3 hours.
we were getting ready to do a live with you guys, and we were going to show you, like, okay, guys, now let's, like, we're going to show you it, and then here's the finished. But in between that time, my brother came home, and he's like, hey, let's go grab something. And so here we are, this late at night. I know. What were you going to say?
Nothing.
So, the main thing that Joe started with is the pan. He makes do to the top of that right there, Jay.
Excuse me?
The top of that pan right on top. Oh, on the other side, right where your thumb is. Yep. When you make this, what Joe does is he uses the same pan that he's gonna
Right.
he fries the chicken breast in the same pan he's gonna make the soup in.
Fried chicken breast. And that's after I fried it in the bottom of the pan that I'm going to use.
The drippings. All right, I'm gonna turn you guys around. Wait, hold on. We got good news for everybody. Anybody? Well, I'll tell you guys in a minute. I'll tell you towards the end, so that way I can actually talk to you about it. And I know Joe wants to get off his back or whatever. So let's get him started so he can get off there. Okay, so I will turn it to Joe. Hold on.
Joe, you're going to watch me from over there?
Yeah. There he is. Hi, love. You came to be a part of the live?
I was watching it.
No, you weren't. The family member's in.
No, I'm sick.
She has allergies. Okay, go ahead, JJ.
Chicken breast.
Oh, sorry,
I
Rosa.
just took a chicken breast and cut it into big chunks just so it fried up quicker. Salt and pepper and oil. And just fried it in the pan that I just showed you. The stock pan. And then I'm just gonna shred it. All I do is
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at
put
you.
my knife at a 45-degree angle, kind of cut in, and then pull away. So yeah, across the grain.
What did you put on the chicken breast to cook it?
Salt and pepper and just oil.
Okay, I got you.
You can use olive oil or just vegetable oil.
Did Maddie leave?
Maddie left with, I thought she said it bye with everybody.
Shred it up.
And he has it there. He has all the stuff set up so that way.
One more small piece.
Welcome in, guys. We had a place that my brother wanted to take us to. It was called Shark Burgers or something like that. It was really good.
Besides that owner.
Text Grandma and say, yeah, that we are.
What did she say?
Are we coming with Steve tomorrow to visit?
You take one small potato. There's something right there. Cut it in quarters. This is just the other half of it.
So he peeled it all. Can you leave the peeling on, you think?
Yeah, you could. You could, if you like it. And then just cut them as thin as you want. The thinner the better, because you want them to almost dissolve away in there and let the starch thicken your chili. There you go. All right. So now we're ready. I've got about a half of an onion diced up, small dices. And start our heat. We're going to kind of deglaze the pan a little bit with some
Sorry, baby.
with our onions. let them sweat it out a little bit.
With the remnants on the side is from our chili that we made. This one.
Yeah. I just rinsed it out just to fry the chicken. And then I put my celery in there too. So that's about a small 3/4 of a stalk of a celery.
Hi, Liz.
Just one stalk.
Ah.
And we're just going to let this heat up and just make the onions translucent, and that's all you want right now.
Okay, we're gonna wait about 5 minutes while they get translucent, and I got good news for you guys. Liz, guess what? Oh my God, you did not, Liz. I love you. I'm so proud of you, Liz. Congratulations. Okay, you guys. I love every single one of you guys. And I want to ask you guys for huge favors. 2 things, 3 things. Please, please, please say prayers for us. But I need anybody or any way possible at all. If you're able to bless us at all, that would be amazing. We were able to get my daughter to get her time off. So we are getting her ticket so she can come home. They approved her the time, not the time she wanted it originally, but they approved her to stay from like the 17th of December, and she's going to be here till January 5th. And it's just very, very costly just to fly her home. So if you're even thinking about doing a membership, we much need the blessing to do either a Cash App or a PayPal or even Super Chats or anything like that, only because it does cost to fly her home from Budapest. If you can't, please, and if you weren't, how about that? If you weren't even planning on doing it, then don't worry about it. That's our only thing. One, we're so happy and so excited, but we're still overwhelmed. But I mean, we just had to make it happen because we're just beyond blessed that she's coming home, and we're ecstatic. I haven't seen my daughter in 4 years, and I can't even give you the words that I remember. I was just so sad because they hadn't approved it. She got approved. Praise God. All the rest will make sense afterwards. That's just basically what I told Joe. Everything else doesn't even matter. We'll figure it out. We just know we got to get her home. I know, Liz, I know. I can't even look at the phone when I'm talking to her on FaceTime anymore because all my brain goes is I'm going to hold you. Literally, I'm talking to my daughter and I'm going, oh my God, in a month, I'm going to be holding you. So I can't even, we're going to do lives together. We're going to do, I think instead of me and Joe doing tamales, I think we're going to do me and Destiny and my mom. We're going to do tamales. So Destiny's going to do a few lives with me. Oh my God, just to even say that in the same sentence. I'm going to be doing lives with my daughter. Oh my God. So anyways, please keep her, please keep her in your prayers. It's a 17-hour flight. She does have a layover in Chicago. Oh, you guys don't even know the amount of, like, we've been looking for tickets for about 4 or 5 months in hopes that her work would say okay. Her work didn't say okay. Aw, thank you, Liz. This is at the end of the day. Thank you, Mama. Oh, let's go back over here. I feel like a news reporter. Let's come over here to see what's going on.
You smell my onions?
I smell them.
We're golden. So now, in goes 1 clove of garlic, minced. I just cut it up.
Lord.
Okay. Just stir that around a little bit.
Trying to get all the not the moisture. What's that called when the onions?
Sweat 'em out.
You sweat them out. You get the drippings from the bottom. That was just water, guys, to help the onions along because he wants to get those brown that's on the bottom. He's trying to deglaze the pan.
And there you go, deglazing right like that.
In case your onions aren't doing it, you guys just throw about 1/4 cup of water into your pan.
Yep.
Get those brown drippings off your pan from your chicken. Because that's actually what's
Cleans
going to
it
give
right
it
up.
flavor.
Comes right out there. So there we go. I can smell my.
You're such a blessing, Liz.
I can smell my. What you call it? Garlic. And in next, we can just put everything else in it right now. And what's going in next is 5 cups of water with 1 cup of chicken broth.
Thank you, Liz, so much. Mama, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate
Chicken
it.
broth.
And if you guys are not able to do anything, please, all I ask is that you pray. Pray for the flight. Pray for the travel time. Pray for just everything. Just the weather. It's going to be December when she's flying. I'm nervous for her to fly, but we're grateful and we trust the Lord. We're truly, truly grateful.
Parsley. We got fresh parsley, about a 1/4 cup. Right in. We got jalapeno, 1/2 a jalapeno, minced up. In she goes. We got 1 cup of corn, frozen. In she goes.
You guys, anybody looking, that is when he made the chili earlier and it reduced down and it made that. That is going to be that.
And then all of our 1 breast of chicken.
If you're making the full batch, it would be 2 breasts and everything would be doubled, but he's
Yeah.
making the half a batch. We cut it in half so we could show you guys what it looks like reduced, because you guys never get to see it.
15-ounce can. This is half of this can that we used. So 15 ounces of crushed or diced tomatoes.
Liz, I'm so happy for you. I know that was huge for you to make ambuligas.
Half of a small can of tomato sauce.
So in case you have only just 1 or 2 people in your group, this is what, if it was only going to be you and your husband or you and your kids, I think a small one would be fine, and that's a half batch. But if you're going to make it to take to a potluck, you'd be getting a double quantity.
1/4 cup of pimentos. Sounds weird, but
I know, trust me, it sounds weird. You don't taste it, I promise.
got some Italian seasonings. Just Italian seasonings. You can do oregano and some basil if you'd like separately. Pinch of that. About a tablespoon of chili powder. Okay.
We're using McCormick. Anything works just fine.
Yeah. And then 1 teaspoon of cumin.
My Lord, that's enough.
I know how to make this.
Shut up.
And then a nice. You're gonna resalt it in a little bit, so just salt it up about a 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon, and then we can stir it up. Bring it to a boil. Once it boils, turn it down and let it simmer for like 3 hours.
The first thing you gotta do is get it to a boil, and then you start your timer.
Yeah. And then
Just
taste it along the way.
Show the thickness of the liquid, just so you
Yeah.
can see it's watery, and then I want them to see this.
cup in there.
Here, give me this.
Let's see, I had a spoon.
All right, go ahead. This is what it looks like.
This is when you begin. I mean, it's just like
Then
like water.
when it reduces,
It's like
it's a chili.
yeah, it's thick.
It thickens up.
It thickens it up just
This-
by cooking it, and then you want to stir it every once in a while vigorously, just because you'll break up the chicken more because it's shredded, and then it'll come. All the little pieces will fall off, and it'll be like throughout the whole thing, little tiny pieces and bigger chunks, but you stir it vigorously. You don't have to, but it makes for a better.
All of that green, believe it or not, is in here. You just don't see it. Everything just kind of gets all mixed up, and that's what it looks like. We've done tortilla strips on top of it. It's amazing. Everybody wants Joe to take it when we take it. If anybody's familiar with the Soup Nazi Kitchen, that's where the original recipe, and then we altered some stuff off of it to make it this. So then you let it simmer for about 3 hours. And honestly, you guys, you don't have to wait the 3 hours because we've eaten it because it starts smelling good after 1 hour.
And you can you re-season as you go to taste it throughout the 3 hours, and it's tasting good after an hour. You know,
so
go
good.
ahead and serve it up. It's just.
I was just gonna
be a
say
little
that
more,
we
just
wait.
a little more liquidy. That's
We
it.
wait about I want to say 2 or 3 hours, and then we're like, oh my gosh, let me get a cup of it because that's kind of our testing it. We taste it to see if there's enough salt in it. Yes, put a little more salt. We eat it like that. Then we put a little bit more, and honestly, by the time it's done, the 3 hours is done. We literally are full. I was gonna say, I don't think I can wait 3 hours. Girl, no, you don't have to wait. I'm telling you, we eat it. Give me my cup right there. That black one. This is when Joe made it earlier. I'm only allowed a half a scoop. Like, it's down here because he tells me, just taste for saltness. That's it. So we get a little cup and we try it and we're like, yeah, I mean, we do it because it's like, it smells so good. And you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for it to be done. So we don't wait till it gets done. But honestly, we've made it before. Some people put cheese on it, shredded cheddar, strawberry Colby Jack. Some people put sour cream on it. Joe likes his with fresh jalapenos and fresh cheese at the end of it. That's how he tops his. I top mine just with oyster crackers. But anyways, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We're going to do tamales for sure with my mom. My mom's 75, so we're just wanting to... we want to just make sure that my daughter... I don't know, we're just not promised tomorrow. And we're excited. Because every time, like, now we can actually make plans of things like she wants to eat. She goes, I just can't wait to hear Americans talk again. I can't wait to taste the, like, food. She goes, I know that they sell pizza here and I know they sell stuff, but it's just different than over there. And she goes, I just miss, she misses home, but she won't come home.
She misses brisket, that's all.
Yeah, so anyways, you guys, just keep... please just keep in prayer the airlines with everything with the shutdown going on, but also just everything, because that's our biggest fear was you guys, my daughter doesn't even look the same. When she's lost 85 pounds, she doesn't even look like the same. I can't even begin to tell you. I'm proud of her, but it's, she had she needed to, I don't want to say she needed to, but she could have gone to a therapist over there because it was very hard for her to get her mental health, anxiety medicine, and she wasn't able to get it into the country. They just wouldn't approve her bringing it into the country, believe it or not. They have a say. So she had to find another way, and she just started like going home gym, going like basically. And then where she's at now, they over in that country, they do free health care. That's what they do. If your employer sponsors you, and her employer, it's a branch off of the embassy where she's at. So that's why they started giving all these, like, if anything happened, you have like 24 hours to get to the embassy, or 4 to 6 hours to get there. It's just too much stress for me. But just to know that she's going to be back on, and I don't mean this against anybody, please, but just to know my baby's back, coming back to American soil, just has me beyond excited. You love the paint color? That's my brother's house. He's got a fireplace over there. This is his dining room. Single dad. But I know you're married, but you're just saying, Liz. I know, girl. But I want to show you guys. Hold on. Hold, please. This is my daughter with her friend. He's from Chile, and he's always looked out for our daughter. Because over there they don't have cars or nothing. She has to ride the bus, and he walks her to the bus stop all the time. But he's that's my baby girl. You guys, my baby's coming home. My baby's coming home. Gosh, I can't even begin to tell you the excitement, the sadness, the excitement, the nervousness, the everything that I can't even like, I get anxiety thinking about it so much about like, I don't want to let her go. I told Joe already that like I'm not going to want to let her go because I know how much I'm going to miss her because I've now experienced it. You know what I mean? Like when I was like letting her go the first time, I was excited for her and I'm like, "Oh, I'll probably see you next year. I'll probably see you this." And now I'm like, "Oh, I probably, you know what I mean? She's doesn't have any kids. She's not in a relationship. I am happy for her. Like this is the best part about being a mom is I raised my daughter with so much confidence. She didn't even know the language in another country, and that didn't stop her. She went away to another country to get her master's degree. She graduated with honors, and she got a job and stayed there. Like what mother couldn't be excited? I am excited. My seeing how happy she is literally what contains me. Like I wouldn't want her to come home knowing she was coming home just to suffice me. I want her to do it because this is where her heart is. She loves working with people. I know. Yeah, I know, Liz. You're right. I mean, and that is any mother's dream is to know that they raise their child to be confident and strong to face this world. And I did it. And I'm glad I did it. It just comes with you have to let them go. That's the part. You know, you have to let them go because how dare I get to experience motherhood and what it felt like to be a mom and enjoy my life. I mean, I worked in an accounting firm and it felt good. I was helping people with their business and helping them save money. I was doing this. Like how amazing. I enjoyed what I did. She enjoys working with international people. She enjoys working and she has a bachelor's or a master's degree in cultural anthropology. And that's just what she loves. And like my son, I love watching my son with his son because I know what it feels like to have your little kid come running to you and you get excited and his hugs are so perfect. Now my son gets to have that. Like if it's just like now my son experiences the wet kisses that are salty because he's got boogers running in their nose. And it's just like, it sounds crazy, but if I wanted to keep him a little kid forever, then my son would never experience that. And I know how great it feels. And I know this is where my daughter wants to grow and flourish and find herself. And she has a lot of friends that are, she's got a roommate or they have a place together who's from Jersey. And which is nice because when she comes home, Destiny gets stuff from her family that Destiny can take back. And then when Sarah comes, we send stuff over there so that she can take it back for Destiny. So it's a really, really a blessing that Destiny found a friend that is, or they both work at the same place together. So they ended up working in the same wing as the English or American or something like that. I guess I was just kind of looking at it. Did you guys like our thumbnail? If anybody hasn't seen Breaking Bad, you guys, that is one of mine and Joe's good. I don't know, not good, but what's the word? Fun. What's it called? Series. Like we watched it about 2 or 3 times. We started at the beginning and kept on watching it. It is. I know, Liz. I really wish I wish you could meet her, but I'm gonna come live just because I've talked about her so much. I feel like you guys are my friends, and I feel like I want to share her. I know that it's scary, the platform. That's the only thing that Joe's really kind of, he wants to protect her, especially because she's over there by herself. So she says she can handle herself. But anyways, you guys, keep her in prayer, keep me in prayer, keep us in prayer. I love you guys so much. You guys have listened to me cry and sack for the last 4 years. I'm done crying. I mean, I'll probably cry again once she goes back in January. But for now, we're excited. And we're not going to cry. We're going to be happy. And we're going to be excited. And we're going to be eager and motivated. And I'm so pumped up and happy. I really am. I love you guys so much. We're going to wait for it to be done. But I know you guys are. Let me show you guys where it's at right now.
Here, take that slotted spoon. And
Yeah.
Scoop some up, and then show how all the stuff goes through it. Lift it up and see how there's no liquid left. And then do it in the other stuff. And then put it over there. You'll see the big difference. There you go. Everything just piles up. It's nice and thick.
It's a good thing, guys. I hope you guys are doing good.
Come on, Poppy.
I really do. It's Saturday. I'm gonna sit down. My niece wanted me to go live and do like a get ready with me, and I did a couple of them with you guys, but I feel like I'm not. You can sit here, babe.
Oh, you're good.
Whatever.
You're good. Stay
No,
there.
just no. I feel like when I shared the get ready with me, you're making me hungry again. Liz, you made hamburguesas. That's great. I'm so proud of you. That's hard to make. I made it about twice maybe. We want to make tamales because Destiny wants tamales anyways. So we want to do tamales and we want to do Texas sheet cake. And what else, you guys? What else did Destiny say? She wants my meatloaf. Who wants meatloaf? Who comes back from over there and wants meatloaf? My daughter. I'm excited, you guys, so much. The streets are kind of crazy right now. I just really needed some good news. Can't take it. Can't take these crazy streets. So I'm excited for my little baby to come home. We didn't want to get excited because okay, let me say it like this. Y'all know that I had told you guys my sister's in Texas sheet cake. Oh, I love Texas sheet cake. I can eat literally a half a sheet of it. Well, first Destiny had asked for the whole week, like 14, 15, 16, 17, like that week in December. And then we waited like literally 4 weeks for them to say no. And then we got sad. And I told you guys, like, hey, they won't let her. And I was really sad with you guys. And we just were sad. And I said, Dust, it's just the tickets are so much just to come home for 2 weeks. So they weren't going to let her go home until like the 21st or the 22nd. And she had to be back on like the 1st or the 2nd of January. And so then I was like, it just is, it doesn't even matter about having the money or not having the money. It's insanity to spend $1,200 to come and go back in 10 days. It just is. So it was decided like, no, we'll just pass this year. Maybe this summer you can come home instead. And then I was looking at the ticket prices and I said, gosh, it's too bad you can't come during this time and this time. And then she's like, well, I can ask them. And I was like, well, what do you think they're going to say? And she said, well, all they can say is no. So we prayed about it, you guys. We prayed about it. And we just asked the Lord, like, if there was a way if he could make a way and we'd be, just whatever he felt, whatever he wanted. Because I told him, there's a reason that the Lord wants you to stay there, Dust. Like, I try to be somewhat sound-minded when instead of being just like, oh my gosh, they make me so mad, Dust. That's so frustrating. And because she's going to be like that. And so I want to give her some kind of, well, look at it like this, Dusty. Maybe somebody needs you over there right now. And I know it's not going to make sense and it does frustrate you, but you know what? I trust the Lord and we got to just believe in that. And I mean, I try to. I mean, Liz does that for me a lot. Liz does that to me a lot. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I don't understand. And Liz will be like, man, this is like the time that the Lord wants you to trust him. And when I tell you that Liz is my girl, like we don't even talk about stuff like YouTube stuff at all. It wasn't a setback. It was, yeah, you're right, Mama. See, that's how she is. She's literally like that for me all the time. We don't talk about like YouTube and who's what. Like Liz is like keeps me grounded and is like, you know what, the Lord knows what he wants you to do and you just got to trust him right now. And sometimes I don't want to hear it. Sometimes I'm just like, well, I know, but Liz, that doesn't even make sense. And she's like, well, you know what, the Lord knows what he's doing. You're just going to have to trust him with that. And then he'll strengthen you till you get there. I mean, I can't even tell you when you get, for anybody who doesn't want to hear about the Lord, I really apologize. But for me, it is the center of who I am. And so there's some stuff that, whether it be my son when he was making some crazy decisions, doing some crazy things when he was in his 19, 20, 21, 22, just were going to court dates and stuff, all that crazy stuff. All the things that I've gone through, he's kept me centered. He's kept me based. Like, I do want to be sad. I do want to be mad. I do want to be frustrated. I want to lash out, but I have to trust the Lord. I have to trust that he knows what he's doing. And I can't be caught up in my feelings. And that's kind of like the reason for me why it's hard for me to believe a certain person on this platform says that they are godly. Because we as Christians know that even if it's not what we want, it's in his timing. That's literally what we know. It is not of our will, it's of his will. It's not what we want. Like, Lord, do this for me. It says it's just a matter of, Lord, in your timing, in your will it be done. And for somebody, let's just say, I was going, you know what? They suck over there telling my daughter this. And they're always messing with you. They won't leave you alone. They're trying just to be mean to you, Destiny. And like going on that and just feeding in the anger and the negativity. Tell me how my daughter's going to look at me as somebody of, well, Mom, I thought you trusted the Lord. Mom, I thought you said that the Lord knows and does, and he's the author of our life. Like, how would my son or my daughter know I am guiding them to trust the Lord if I don't even trust the Lord? So are there people that bother me? Yeah. Are there people that are mean and not nice? Yeah. Are there things that happen in my life that are frustrating? Absolutely. Are there times when our finances don't make sense and I'm going, Lord, will make a way? You know what? Let me tell you about this. My son started a job, even though they're grown, their little eyes are still, yes, ma'am, Liz, yes, I truly believe that. My son had taken, let me say, I don't want to give any names, but my son was doing a very, 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 very good job, and he had a position. Somebody offered him to give him more money if he would come work for them. He said, I need to this day and this day off because my son is the most important thing, and I go to visit him and I go and pick him up on these days. And the place said, yes, we can do that. So my son let go of his really good job. And when he had went there to talk to the person, they had said there must have been a misunderstanding because they thought it was only that week. They didn't realize he needed it indefinite, like every Wednesday or every other weekend. Like they just didn't know. And my son had already basically quit his other job because he gave it 2 weeks. He left. And then he went and started at the other one. And when he was in HR, he explained to them, like, I was approved that I could do this and this. So he leaves because he's like, no, this is the most important thing is to be with my son. So he left. He declined the offer, even though they were going to give him more than what they were giving him over here. And I said, well, how are you doing? I mean, are you worried about anything or how do you feel about it? And my son said, Mom, I trust the Lord. If the Lord doesn't have me going there, he has me going somewhere even better. And I know he'll come through for me. That right there, when my son said that, that's why I make it a point to want to always watch my attitude. Why I want to always watch how I am about stuff. Because if I was always out to, they're always out to get you. They're never trying to see what kind of good you're doing. Oh, I think that's wrong that they did that to you. They wronged you. I think you should go to the press or go and talk to a lawyer. They offered you something, whatever. Or do I just say, I feel this is what I said. How do you feel about it? And he said, Mom, I feel like the Lord has a plan for me and I'm just going to trust him. I said, Drew, I think you're really good. I think you're really right. I think you're good. I think it's hard to look at it sometimes like that. And I'm glad that you reminded me because I was sad. I wanted to be because I'm like, how dare you do this to my son? Like the mama bear one came out at me and I wanted to say it. And instead of saying anything negative, I said, how do you feel about that? Like, I wanted to just cry. I wanted to cry when my son told me they took back the offer because they weren't able to give him the hours that he needed. And I knew he had already given up his other one. And I was so sad for him that this place did this to him. And then when he said, Mom, I trust God, I said, that's right, Drew. You know the Lord is going to provide, and you know the Lord is going to do what's right, and it's going to be even better because the Lord doesn't take away without giving you something better. The Lord doesn't pull back and then not replace it with something greater. So, okay, fast forward, he ended up getting a place that was, they didn't even need somebody, they said. They moved somebody up, so now they had basically a position opened up for him at a place. They have no problem. He starts later. It doesn't affect him at all with when he picks up his son or does anything with him. Okay, listen to my story, you guys. If anybody remembers last year, my son was in a head-on collision and he walked away. The motor of the vehicle went all the way into the car. Some of you guys remember the story. I talked to you guys about it because I was live. I literally was in shock. So it was on a Wednesday, but the Sunday before that, somebody sideswiped my son. They sideswiped him, and my son pulled over, and they tried to exchange information. Well, the guy goes, let me get my stuff from the car. And then my son, the guy went to get his glove box information, and my son looked at him and he was like looking like kind of looked fidgety. So my son grabbed his phone because he looked fidgety. My son grabbed the phone to take a picture of his license plate. Okay? The guy grabbed my son's Apple 14 and whipped it out into the street. We couldn't figure out, anyways, long story short, my son ended up calling the police in order for us to do the police report because he did sideswipe my son's car. We got a police report. It happened on the side of the road. He got a police report. The police asked him what happened. My son described it, told him what the guy looked like. Well, in all actuality, the picture downloaded into the thing because he did take the picture. So he had a name for it. Listen to this, you guys. Fast forward about 3 or 4 months later. This is separate from the head-on collision. This happened on Sunday. Then on Wednesday, he got in the head-on collision. The reason I'm telling you that one is because it was just to give you a marker of like, this was a really bad time for us. On Sunday, my son got sideswiped, and on Wednesday, he got into a head-on collision. The detective couldn't even believe that he was talking to my son twice in 1 week. Okay. They found the guy, they got a hold of my son, and the detective said, we found the guy who sideswiped you, and he admitted to it. He said, yeah, he did throw your phone out there. Okay. They pressed charges for grand larceny or grand something for damaging the property. It was his phone. Also for the sideswiping of the car. Okay. So that was about, I don't know, maybe like last, not 2025, 2024, this happened, okay? So my son he starts this new job, but they're paid every other week. Okay, and okay, this is the when I tell you that the Lord is a provider. He started this job that, thank God, he was able to find a job that worked around his schedule with his son. Okay, they're paid every other week. It happened to be in between slot that he started, so he was going to have to wait an additional 2 or 3 weeks before he was going to get his check. He ended up getting his son this weekend. Okay, and he's like, I go, are you bummed out? And he's like, no, it's okay. We'll stay home and we'll watch movies and we'll hang out or whatever. So he's talking about what he's going to do with his son and everything. We talked on Thursday and Friday. So then this morning on Saturday, he opens his mail and it's on there. It was the guy's restitution. He had made a $500 payment towards the phone that had gotten smashed out there on the road. Don't tell me that my God is not a provider. He sent My son got a check for $500 in the mail for I don't know if they'll accumulate it every time that guy makes $50 or $100 or whatever, but they sent it in there. Yes, Liz. It was just like, I'm telling you, that's why I sent Drew, I said, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Because it was a big deal for my son to be able to even order a pizza for him, even for him to go and go to McDonald's or whatever they were going to do. And just to have just knowing that someone's looking out for you, like, gosh, I can't even tell you how good it feels to know that the Lord is watching out for you. And he knew that there was going to be a blank week coming up. And Drew opened the mail and he saw on there something that said something treasury. And he's like, oh man, I wonder, I don't know what it was. He said, because I guess he has like where you can see the mail the day before or it's what's supposed to be coming. So he opened it and he said, Mom, I about fell off my chair. I was sitting on the couch. And I thought, oh my gosh. And I said, that's who he is. That's who the Lord is. When you put your trust and your faith in him, he will come through because he knows. He knows that this was a big deal for Drew. He knew that it was huge that he had something while he had his son this weekend. So I said all that to say, you guys, I'm telling you, when I don't know why I'm so surprised about the situation about Destiny coming home, but we gave it to the Lord and we said, Lord, if there's going to be a way, you're going to make it. And if not, he'll do it again. That's right. That's right. I said, Destiny, if you don't come home, it's because the Lord wants you there. And I'm going to trust and believe that there was a reason that the Lord wants you there. And so then she said, all right, we'll give it to the Lord. We'll pray about it and we'll ask them. I found tickets for the date, the middle of the week on the 17th, and it was going to be till the 5th. And so instead of 1 week, they were going to have to approve my daughter a half of a week in December and then another half a week in January instead of just 1 full week in December. We gave it to the Lord and we waited. We waited about a week and a half. And then my daughter calls me. It was like 5 a.m. our time. And I don't know, that's 7 hours difference. She said, Mom, I get to come home. And I'm like, oh God, now I got to buy your ticket? No, I'm just kidding. But I was like, oh my God, really? So we're crying and crying and it's the middle of the night and it was emotional and it was exciting. And I just wanted to tell you guys, trust in him. Trust him. He's got a plan. Even, trust me, I was like, that's where I started going with this, is that I knew that when Drew had said, hey, yeah, the job, they retook their offer because of this. And he spoke the words of, I trust God, Mom. That's why our testimony is all we have. My testimony, when they said that to us, is all we have. And that's why I hope that anytime you're going to use that label, like I'm a Christian, we portray ourselves as Christians. We portray ourselves as saying, I trust in, I have faith in. who he is, that he will do it for me. Not only did he bless him with his job, he blessed him with the finances this past week. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but he's done so much for me and my family. I could never not trust and believe that he is able to do more. Why not? Why won't he? He wants us to come to him for it. And I mean, it's not that we don't still have bad things. Like that was horrible that they took the job back from my son. It's not that you don't still have bad things, but you trust it to somebody to work it out for you. You trust and give it to somebody and you leave it at their feet, knowing that he is going to work on it for you. Me and Destiny were like, oh God, that would be so great if you could. But if not, Lord, I trust there's a reason why not. But if so, Lord, I thank you now. I thank you in advance for that blessing. And then they said, yeah, you're able to go. You're able to take those days off. She's coming home for 3 weeks. Oh, babe, you scared me.
You're not watching this, are you?
No, I thought you almost fell. Good God, did you almost fall?
No.
Oh, you guys, jeez, oh Pete. I saw him like tumbling sideways.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
so
was boiling, so now it's gonna simmer.
now he's gonna let it simmer. Drop the heat on it, is what he's saying. So, yeah, it's a huge. That's Liz. I saw Joe going sideways like this. I'm like, Lord. I think it was Nova was right at his feet, and he didn't want to step on her tail. Um, I'm just. It's frustrating to me when some people say that they have they're Christians and then they cuss and act a fool because somebody's threatening to pass their house or someone's threatening to find. If you trust God, then you know He's got you protected. Period. Period. That's all I have to say, and nothing else. And you plead the blood over your home, your family, you know full well nobody is coming to your door because you know that they have to go through the King of Kings. You know full well there's nobody coming through the door. There's nobody coming up to the house. If they're coming, they're going to have to go through the I am. I am the protector. I am the provider. I am the everything that you need, the comforter, the strength. You know, if they're saying, hey, I'm coming to your house. Oh, really? Because you're going to have to come by, you're going to have to come through somebody who's not going to be able to do anything. Anything. It's not just you say, oh, well, yeah, I trust the Lord. Oh, God, I'm so scared. What's going on? No. Either you trust the Lord and you give it all to Him, or stop making Him look like He can't take care of business. Because that's what you're doing. When you're saying, I'm still scared, even though I say I'm a Christian, then you're not giving the Lord what He is well deserved of. He is well deserved and well respected to be an alienator. He's lost none. So why are we worried about some people out here saying that they're going to come over? So then maybe we need to rethink if you're really a true Christian, because true Christians know that their God is way stronger than anything here on earth. Anything, anybody, nothing can even come close to the power that one perfect being is. And that's really what frustrates me, is in one breath you say that you trust and He is the Lord and you're a Christian and all this, but in the next breath you're so scared. We are so scared. I'm not saying that you have to be frivolous and ridiculous and not watch yourself, but you don't need to be afraid because you have a God. You have a God. And then you got all mouthy, right, Liz? I know I can do it because I can back. There's somebody there backing me up. You're crazy, Liz. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys. Please hit the thumbs up if you're watching the replay. God didn't give us the spirit. That's right, sister. He did not give us the spirit of fear. Fear comes from the enemy. You are 100% right. The Lord wants us to come to Him and to be bold with it. He wants us to know that we never have to be afraid and that he'll always take care of us. He'll always provide for us. He'll always be our comforter. He'll always be our protector. But if we don't ever go to him, how would we know if he could do it or not? We've never given him the job to do it. We've never come to him and laid it at his feet so that he could do it. You got to remember, guys, he wants to do it. Imagine your kids. One of your kids is not wasn't able to pay their bills, or they were hungry or whatever. They didn't have any groceries, and you're going, "Why didn't you just call me? I would have been able to help you." That is literally what the Lord is saying to us. Why didn't you just call me? I would have helped you. Some of us think we can do it on our own, and some want to. I like knowing that someone's looking out for me. So, you guys, keep in prayer. My daughter, she's going to be coming home. Oh my God, listen to me. I said that. My daughter's coming home. Okay, I love you guys. Sorry. I'm really excited. Look at my gray hair. This is what happens when you have a daughter abroad. You get old faster. Plus Joe. Joe's another thing that causes me to get gray hair. I'm just kidding, you guys. Be blessed. Have a good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, hello. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing good. Oh, I love you, Liz. Thank you so much for being here, Mama. Thank you for rejoicing with me. Oh, the moments that I need. Oh, I wish so much I could just hug you when I'm so excited and when I'm so bothered. But thank you for being my friend always. I appreciate you. You know, it's very hard to find good friends on this platform. It really is. It's unfortunate that there's so many people that are not, that take this platform and the views and the clicks and all that so serious. They're willing to lose a friendship. It's really sad. I've told Liz when I would say within the first 6 months that if my friendship ever came if my channel ever came in between my friendship with my friend Liz, that I would cancel my channel tomorrow in a heartbeat. And I wouldn't even think, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Freddie, that's you, right, Freddie? Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate you. Yeah, me and Liz have became friends. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you for coming in, Freddie. I'm so grateful for Liz's friendship. We came both from the same, if you guys know, you know where we came from. But we have always been friends, and we've never let the platform or any being mods for a certain channel or anything ever get in the way of our friendship. Our friendship is very much more special because this YouTube is just an app for us, and I value loyalty in a friend. And Liz has always known that. And I've always said, if ever and her, we used to come on panel together. We used to do Friday night late girls night. And we had a couple of mods that we went live with, and we just talked and we hung out and stuff. And I mean, we might still do it again. But when my channel first started, we used to do Friday night lives, and then we had, do you know Carolyn? Do you know a Carolyn at? Oh, I don't know anybody named Carol Ann. Carol Ann? Like Carol Ann? Like Poltergeist Carol Ann? Carolyn. I think you're saying Carolyn. I don't know her. I'm sorry. Do you know a Carolyn? 91 years old. No, I don't. But I really appreciate my friend, and I appreciate her never betraying the trust. Liz, we're so dumb. Me and Liz have talked on the phone right up until we're falling asleep, and we were in the RV at the time a couple years ago. We were talking about I think about ordering our shirt. Look at Liz, my shirt. I still wear it. My Georgia shirt. You're like my grandma. Aw, thank you. I take that as a compliment, Freddie. I'm in Austin. I'm connecting with her vibes. Liz, this is the shirt that we were talking about, the Georgia one. You guys, me and Liz were talking. It was like 3 in the morning, and we were still like, we had a whole plan that what we were gonna do, and we got motivated. And we are ordering the stuff online. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta go, you guys. I love you guys so much. You guys have a blessed night and weekend. Have an amazing Sunday. Make memories with your little ones or your parents. I would give anything to have my dad and have a barbecue with him tomorrow and watch the game. But my baby's coming home and I can watch her and hang out with her, and you guys will soon get to meet my little baby. She's not so little, she's 27, but thank you so much, Freddie. I appreciate you, Mama. Good night. Good night, guys. Stay blessed. Hit the thumbs up on your way out if you could. And thank you again, you guys. Thanks for listening. I know my stories go kind of long. My dad's family is my inspiration. Aw, Freddie, that's my dad passed at 53, and I would see my uncles, and I would just look at my uncles, and be like, man, like, because it's been like 24 years that my dad passed away. And so I would look at my uncles for his last brother passed away. And so every time I would see him at, like, he had a business. I don't want to say what it is, but he had a business, and I would go over there and I would talk to him and see him, and it made me feel like I was closer to my dad. And then he passed away, and then I felt like I was officially losing my dad, because up until then I could go over there and visit, and he had mannerisms like my dad. He resembled my dad, and then yeah, it kind of made me sad that when he passed away. Anyways, you guys, we're not ending like that. We're ending on a good note because baby girl's coming home. She's coming home. I used to be sad. I mean, I am sad, but my nieces, I have 3 nieces, they lost their dad before. One of them was 2 years old, the other one was 6 months old, and the other one was not even born yet. So for me, I got to spend 50 years, well, I was 30 years old. I got to spend 28, 29 years with my dad, so I can't complain. They didn't even get to spend 2 years, one of them, 6 months, the other one. So they didn't even get to know who their dad was. So it's a reminder for me that, as much as I want to be sad about it, there's people that have it. My nieces have it worse. I lost my brother when he was 20. He had a valve in his heart, and the door stayed shut or stayed open. It was an artificial valve in his heart. So he had it when he was a baby, put in. Then he had it again, put in like a bigger one as he grew up. And so, anyways, the door stayed open or stayed shut. He had to take Coumadin to keep his blood thin enough. Um, my brother was 20, and then my dad was 53, and my dad's he had cancer. But you know what? God blessed me because he gave me a relationship with him before, like when I needed it. Like when my dad passes, when I seek the Lord's face. I mean, that's the only way I can put it. I was brought up in church. I was Catholic my whole life, but when my dad passed, I became apostolic. I've got the Holy Ghost. I speak in tongues. My kids were brought up in the church. They speak in tongues. He gave me an amazing marriage where my husband desired to have a walk with the Lord. My husband speaks in tongues. The gift to discern spirits, the interpretation of tongues. I'm blessed. I'm blessed beyond, and I'm grateful that the Lord has sustained me. I'm blessed that even though I've missed my dad, he gives me memories of my dad. He gives me memories of my brother. And he reminds me that I'll see him again and I'll rejoice with them then. And in the meantime, he keeps giving me the memories and allows me to have those moments. And a husband who's compassionate. My husband allows me to cry. I cry when I miss my dad. I cry when I miss my brother. I cry when I miss my daughter. And my husband just comforts me and holds me, and he understands that it must be hard. And and you know, I trust God. I trust God to get me through the hard times. And then in between, he gave me a husband to comfort me, that loves me and allows me time of reflection. He never says, "Oh my gosh, are you going to quit your crying, woman?" He just says, "I know, babe. Just take all the time you need. Maybe later on we'll go for a ride." Because my dad used to take us for a ride. In Michigan, we have a lot of trees that are like colored, the fall colors and stuff. Or my dad, I told you guys about the caramel apple my dad would take us to go get. And he would say, maybe we'll go for a ride and we'll go and get a caramel apple, or we'll just go for a ride. And I'm blessed. I couldn't even imagine. Like, y'all know my first husband. My first husband was a crazy fool. I couldn't imagine this. Hi, William. I couldn't imagine going through this sad or whatever, through it with my first husband. Aside from him beating me up, like imagine me needing assistance from my hands, from my RSD, from a crazy man. I don't think he would care that I needed help. You're from Michigan? No! Stop it. I'm on the lake shore. I'm over here. I'm over here. Like Hart, Whitehall, like all the way down to like Benton Harbor. I'm in between there. I love it. I love Michigan. Um, um, I love, I love living in the Midwest because we drink cider and donuts and have bonfires and wear hoodies, and we see the colors on the leaves change, and we have bonfires while we're drinking our cider, and have pumpkin mazes. I'm telling you, my daughter went to Arizona for 4 years to get her bachelor's degree. They didn't know the first thing about apple cider. They thought we were talking about apple juice. I know! Freddie, I want to get home. I'm getting home. A little bit longer and we're getting home. Let's shush. Because one of my daughter's friend goes, "I didn't know that there's such a thing as she's from Silicon Valley in California." She goes, "I didn't know that there was really like bonfires and like all that kind of life over there. Like that existed." She thought it was just in movies. Swear she said that. "I thought it was just in movies." And my daughter's like, no. You want to come home with me? Yes! Liz, I sent it to Destiny. She lived off of 27th. That's the house that they broke into her house at. My daughter was in her room, and she had Bailey, our dog Bailey. She was there, and the dog Bailey jumped up off of the bed, and there was like a hallway in the house. There was an apartment house. It was a house. It was a first floor house that in their backyard backed into an alley. Okay, so the dog Bailey jumped up, put his head like this, like he heard something, and he ran through the hallway, through the living room, and out the back. And there were three guys that were walking in the slider door, and Bailey stopped them right in their tracks and chased them out the yard. We didn't, she called me. I wasn't even there. She called and said, "Mom, somebody just broke into our house. Bailey saved my life." Me and Joe jumped into our car in Michigan, and we drove the 36 hours to come over here to get Destiny. Joe put padlocks on back there. He put some movie sensor lights up back there. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you the amount of crazy wind. My sister yelled the first time she's seen a tumbleweed because she thought they were made up for movies. I did too, dude. I'm not going to laugh at that because I did too. And I told Destiny, I said, "Destiny, look at that. That's real." And then she says, because about the snow or the sandstorm that they had, she goes, yeah, they also have, she called it something. And I said, what's that? She goes, just trust me, you'll know it. It's called like a bazooka or what's it called? Kabuza? What's it called, Liz? When all the sand, like it doesn't let you see. It like it, the whole, like just a whole bunch of, like almost a tornado of sand. Does that make sense? Yeah, I was freaked out the first time I saw it too. But yeah, that. Habub. Haboob? Like a boob? It was weird. It was weird seeing it. I didn't know what it was. Like you could see it in the distance. Like you could see it coming. And everybody was just kind of like, oh, we go about life. We're all like, oh my God, get in the house. Like, Joe, go close the top of the convertible. Because we had the convertible at the time. And we were just freaking out about everything. And then she's just like, Mom, everybody goes to work and they do their thing. Like, you just are prepared. You just are careful. She goes, people are just careful. Anyways, Habab. Habab. I think it's called Habab or something like that. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you so much for just, sometimes I was going to come live with you guys earlier. Yes, that. It's weird. She was like, oh yeah, they're everywhere. We see them all the time over here. And I was like, Des, how do they expect you to drive? Be careful, because she drove. She had her car there at the time. Anyways, long story short, good night, sweets. Good night so much, Freddie. Thank you again for coming in. I appreciate you, love. Thank you. It was just a lot for me, like, to see. That's no boob. It was, it's a lot when you're not expecting, like, our town that I'm from has like a little picket fence on every corner. Like, yes, that's what she said too. Well, the thing is like our town is not prepared for. It was just a small community. The first time I saw a homeless person, started crying. It was just a lot for me emotionally. I know. It's just it was. I knew that they had homeless people. I just wasn't prepared to see it, and it made me sad, really sad. Anyways, Liz, thank you for being here, guys. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for everything. You're truly a blessing. I feel like I feel like I don't want it to come across weird or strange or anything, but it's a blessing if you can. Don't feel obligated. But over the next couple weeks, I do want to drop my pay links in here versus membership links, and I hope that doesn't get whatever the word is, transpired or transferred, something about that, transpired or something like that. Like I don't want it to be perceived as, it's the only word I can think of other than transferred. But it would be a blessing to us to have, I mean, to be honest with you guys, that was a huge blessing for us to do it. And honestly, when I say that we did it and we're going to just figure it out, whatever we have to do with the rest of it. So thank you guys. Have a good night, babe. Love you, love you, love you. And I'm proud of you, Liz. If I could give you an award, I'd be putting a little award around your neck right now. All right. Bye, guys. Here, Liz, I'll put this around you. That's the little award around your neck. And if I have to, I will make you a knight. Okay, bye. I love you guys. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it won't go in. Yeah. Let it simmer 3 hours now that it's boiling. So 2 more hours about, and it'll be done. And then we'll just combine the first batch with the second batch. Shush, Liz. I love you, Mama. I wanted to come live and just like chat with you guys, but I'm like, oh, these people, like I really, like it would just happen a day ago that we got the ticket. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to talk to them. But I just didn't know, like, I just didn't want it to sound like it was like cheesy. And I was like, I wanted to share it with you guys. And if I go, oh, you guys, I want to share this with you guys are like, don't you have any friends that you can call? No, I try to stay. I try to stay. I mean, it's not that I don't have friends. It's just, I feel like you guys have. I tell you guys every day about my daughter. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys are. My friends, I don't talk to every day about my mom, my brother, my sister. You know what I mean? I talk to you guys like, hey, you guys, guess what? Anyways, bye.